This is a Storm Team 2 weather alert.
And we just had a tornado warning come out for Preble County and the northwest part of Montgomery County. That was that storm we were tracking out in Preble County that earlier had a severe thunderstorm warning with it. And this is radar indicated rotation on this storm. Now, again, we have the tornado watch in effect until 5 o'clock. Also, this tornado warning is in effect until 5 p.m. too. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm. It's capable of producing a tornado located near the Camden area, and it's moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So flying debris will be a possibility with this. If you're outside, you certainly don't want to be there. Get to a sturdy location. Mobile homes, not the place to be. As we mentioned earlier, you should get to a safer location, get to a storm cellar. Damage to roof, windows, vehicles will be a possibility here, and tree damage also a good chance. We've had wind gusts reported around Preble County, around Eaton, just in about the past 15 minutes of up to 56 miles per hour. So even outside of any tornado, there could be strong damaging winds as that storm continues to move to the north and east. Let's take a look. There's your warning again. We'll get rid of the watch area. You can see Preble County and also into the northwest part of Montgomery County under that warning at this time. And this is the storm right here, picking up a little bit of perhaps a hook echo in the Camden area. So, Carly, let's zoom in a little tighter on that. And if we could take the animation out and just do a stationary image here, get us a better idea where that storm is, just to the west of 127 here, extending up to just southeast of Eaton. This is the greatest risk of a tornado right in this area here, just northeast and east of Israel. Near Camden, if we could go in maybe just a little bit tighter, Camden should light up for us. There's 725, so it's right in this vicinity of 725 and to the west of Camden, moving up into Gasper Township. That's where we could see some hail as the storm progresses to the northeast. It's moving along at a very rapid clip here, about 45 to 55 miles per hour. Again, this tornado warning is in effect until 5 p.m. Now, some of the cities that would be impacted by this, again, we're picking up some of our rotation right in this area here in the vicinity of Camden, moving to the northeast. Some locations mostly to the west right now of Dayton, but Trotwood, Vandalia, Englewood, also Eaton, Camden, Lewisburg, West Alexandria, Grannis. You can see that location just to the southwest of you around 127. And let's put this, again, this storm moving to the northeast at about 50 miles per hour. So see, these are some of the areas that could be impacted. These are just estimates of time. Gratis about 4:37, so you should immediately get to your safe location. Maybe if you are in a mobile home and you know somebody next door or close by has a basement, now's the time to get to that spot. Lanier around 440, Farmersville about 444, and towards Johnsville at 447. Assuming this storm maintains its rotation and heads northeast. So we were talking about Gratis and Camden being impacted by this storm. Later on down the road, Clayton, Union, Brookville, New Lebanon, those locations too. Farmersville, we just mentioned. Phillipsburg, Verona, West Elkton, Oklahoma, Morning Sun, and Wheatville could be impacted by a potential radar-indicated tornado here. Some lightning strikes, not a lot of that. This is another one of those situations where we don't have big, massive thunderstorms, but just a lot of shear in the atmosphere creating the rotating thunderstorms moving across Preble County. Take cover now. Get to that safe location. You want to get to your basement, an interior room on the lowest level of your house. Get to that sturdy building. Avoid windows, avoid doors. Those are the weakest locations. Remember the old days they used to tell you to open up a window. That is not something you should do. You want to get away from any kind of windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or a vehicle, you need to get to a safe location. That's the best place to be. If you are out driving around and you know about this warning and you see the tornado approaching, the best thing to do is get to a ditch. Might even want to just drive the car in the ditch and use that as some protection as the storm goes by. But that would only be a, well, I guess you could say a last-ditch effort as that tornado approaches your area. Now, to report any severe weather, You want to go to our website, WDTN.com. We'll relay any storm damage or any images that you may have to the National Weather Service. This is another one of those situations, too, where we can get these quick spin-up tornadoes. Remember, the area is under a tornado watch, so a tornado can occur with little or no advanced warning out of these cells. They can spin up in about a minute, minute and a half, and be gone just as quickly. Throw out some damaging winds of 80, 90, 100 miles per hour as they track across our region this evening. And outside of the tornado, I do want to emphasize that we have a wind advisory in effect, so you could still see winds of 50, 55, 60 miles per hour that may be non-tornadic and still could produce some damage this evening outside of these strong to severe thunderstorms that are moving through. Again, report it. That's a good location to, if you go to our website, you can upload any images, any damage you might have. Only do that when it's safe to do so. You can also download our Storm Team 2 weather app, and that will also give you the ability to upload any pictures or any images, not to mention get you the latest warnings as they come out. So we continue with a tornado warning. This is in effect for Preble County. This is in effect for Gratis, Camden, Eaton under the tornado warning, over toward New Lebanon and also Farmersville, Brookville, all these locations under the tornado warning at this time with some lightning strikes approaching the Brookville area. You're under the tornado warning along with Lewisburg, Brennersville, Interstate 70. You get up there in the northwest corner of Montgomery County over to northeast Preble County, also under the tornado warning at this time. But as we go southwest, that's where the greatest threat is. It's in this area right now around Gasper Township, extending southward to Camden, up to Wheatville and Gratis. We have had some rotation. If we could take a look at some of the velocity data, right here we go. This is where we have some of the strongest shear and the most likely area of a rotating storm there in the northern part of Gasper Township, heading up toward Preble County, up toward Eaton in the vicinity of US 35, 732, and 725. Again, this is just south of Eaton now, moving away from the Gratis area. So we also have, it looks like, the potential for some shear and some rotation here. Let's go south again down toward Camden. That's where we also were looking at potential rotation, and that is mostly to the east of Camden now along 725 and 127, and that is heading over toward the Gratis area. So there are actually a couple of areas here now where we're picking up some shear with these storms as they move northeast, and estimated times of arrival here for Gratis about 4:40, Lanier at 4:43, and Farmersville at around 4:47. So that gives you about 10 minutes or so to react to this storm now in Farmersville. You should be taking precautions immediately. Let's go back up and look at some of this shear area that we have just south of 732 and located up near Eaton. And let's take a look at the arrival times for this area, which is moving east and northeast at about 45 to 50 miles per hour. That's heading toward West Alexandria. And this area will be in the vicinity of Eaton immediately. Right now you should take shelter. Piermont around 448, Sampleville about 439. Of course, Piermont up here in the Montgomery County, northwest corner of Montgomery County, just to the southwest of Brookville. And also West Alexandria, 441 would be the potential arrival time for this part of the rotation in this storm as it tracks to the northeast. So these are these small-scale vortices, these rotations that we can pick up along this line and could throw out a quick tornado here over about the next 20 minutes or so. Again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 5 o'clock. That covers Preble County. Let's take a look at the area. They've cleared the southern part now of Preble County, mostly south of Camden. The threat of severe weather has moved out there and now covers Eaton and the northeast part of Preble County and also the northwest corner of Montgomery County, and still a tornado watch in effect until 5 o'clock for Auglaize, Shelby, and Miami counties down through Montgomery County, points west out into eastern Indiana. The western part of that watch has been cleared, but we have seen some new development of some showers and even a few potentially rotating areas of showers around Greensburg, Indiana. So we'll keep an eye on this secondary line that's forming back to the west, too. Also, some heavy rain coming up from the south. Another potential severe thunderstorm or tornado in southeastern Indiana, moving up towards Cincinnati, and eventually in the next hour or two, this could be up into Warren, Clinton counties, perhaps up into Greene County, too. But as of right now, the storm that we're concerned with is in the vicinity of Eaton, and that is a tornado-warned storm that is moving northeast. Now, we have a crew out in Preble County. They were right around Eaton and West Alexandria, so maybe we'll hear from them here shortly. But this is all moving northeastward at a pretty good clip. Again, rotation possible in the vicinity of 122 to the east of 127 now, and extending northeast up toward West Alexandria. Flying debris will be a possibility here in a fairly narrow corridor, but if you happen to be in that corridor, it could be damaging, it could be life-threatening, so you want to take shelter from the storm at this time. Also, some pretty good radar returns up in the vicinity of Brookville. There could be some strong winds as this area moves through outside of any kind of severe thunderstorm or tornado. The potential exists in this area, I would say northwest Montgomery County, of some winds gusting right now 50, 55, perhaps even up towards 60 miles per hour. So we will stay with this storm. Let's go back to some velocity data there, Carly. Maybe it'll give us a little better idea of where we could focus on some rotation. And again, this looks like more likely in the vicinity of West Alexandria, right in here around West Alex, also down south toward Gratis. I would say the tornado threat has moved away from the Camden area at this time. But around 122, still picking up some shear northwest of Gratis, extending down toward 503. This is all moving east and northeastward here. But we are seeing rain in this vicinity at this time, some heavy rain too, and with a wind advisory in effect, just the strong winds that are associated with this being brought down to the surface by this area of rain moving through, we could still see some winds outside of any tornado or severe thunderstorms, perhaps getting up around 50, 55, maybe even approaching 60 miles per hour. All right.
Or the tornado warning.
The tornado warning, again, because of the nature of these storms, they spin up quickly, they can quickly dissipate too. It appears at this time that the tornado warning is no longer in effect, but still the threat for strong winds will continue across Preble and Montgomery County with this area of rain coming by. We are under a wind advisory, so we still could see winds, gusts 50 to 55 miles per hour and produce some damage. That doesn't mean you're in a tornado, but still there could be some damaging winds with this line as it continues to move eastward. And we still may have an occasional tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning come out this evening. Let's throw it back over to Mark and Brooke.
Okay, Brian, thank you.